Hello, everybody. Sir Guido here again, recording another gaming blog for you, a gaming video rather. I know it's been a long time since my last video, and I apologize for that. But I've been busy. I've been doing my best to lose some weight. As you can see, I'm a big fat man, and I need to lose some weight. So I've been running a weight loss blog and video series, kind of showing people what I've been doing and my process. It's worked so far. I've lost almost 24 total inches off of various places that I measure. I'll add it together, of course. But you can check out my progress there at theportlypaladin.wordpress.com and also at my YouTube channel here. It's called The Portly Paladin as well. So check those out. Follow some, get some tips if you want. If not, that's fine. It's cool. I understand. Anyway, back to gaming. The reason I'm here, the reason I'm doing this video, is I've been thinking a lot about dice lately. Um, my a friend of mine, I should say, a new friend, uh, is opening a gaming store with his girlfriend called Gateway Games and More. It's located rather at 960 Kennedy's Landing, Suite 8 in Cincinnati, Ohio 45245. It's pretty much right down the street from Glen Estee High School, if you're familiar with our area at all. Just a suburb outside of Cincinnati. And great people. They're awesome. They invited me down to help them in the store and give me an opportunity to kind of check them out and get to know them and stuff. It was great. It was fun. The reason I bring it up is when I was there on Monday, when I was helping them unpack things. One of the things I helped unpack were a bunch of dice in order from Chessex. It was about 25 to 30 sets of dice. I don't remember exactly. All different colors, all different styles. And I got to sitting there staring at all these dice in front of me, and I thought, wow, I love all these dice. I really want to own all of them. Why do I want these so bad? I have a ton of dice. I mean, if you could see in front of me, I've got them laid out here. I own a ridiculous amount of dice. I mean, here's my dice bags. I have 3 of them. I have this one here, which holds a lot of dice. This one here is about the same size. And I have a chainmail bag here that has flames on it. It's a lot of dice, people. It's a lot of dice. But I still want more. I just can't help myself. Dice for me is a huge part of gaming. And it's one of the things that I love about gaming is the dice, actually. And I kind of reason, well, let me put it this way. I've been talking to my wife for a while about getting back into gaming. She played once before with some friends of ours. She enjoyed herself, but then she got away from it. And then she kind of decided that she didn't like it anymore. I think what happened, honestly, was that I sent her, stupidly, I sent her to the local gaming store on a day where they were having a Magic tournament to pick up a game book for me. She happened to be out in that direction anyway, so I just said, hey, will you stop in and grab this for me? They're holding me a copy. So she went into what she described as a giant armpit, probably because of the unwashed bodies, because gamers, you guys need to learn how to take a shower. You stink. Don't be gross. Just take a shower. Anyway, geekyclean.com. Come on. It's easy. You even get dice if you do that. But anyway, she described it really as a really disgusting, stinky, smelly environment where all these weird people kind of freaked out because a girl just walked in and followed her around the store, kept asking her questions, asked her if they could help her find something, and even though she told them that she was there to pick up something for her husband, they still didn't seem to care. They still wouldn't leave her alone. So I think that kind of tainted her experience with gamers and gaming, and kind of made her not want to be part of it anymore or have anything to do with it anymore. But I'm going to be running a Savage Worlds Harry Potter game here soon, I think, and I had mentioned that, and she was interested, but she had one stipulation, one condition, and that is that she get her own dice. She doesn't want my dice, even though I have so many, and not only that, she wanted to be able to pick them out. She wanted pink dice, which isn't that difficult to find, but she wanted them glittery and pretty. So I did some searching, and I found Chessex has a Borealis type, which is exactly that. They're glittery dice, and they have them in pink. So I decided I was going to get her those. And when I went to the store to help out, one of the sets of dice that they had bought was the pink glittery dice, the Borealis. So I thought, well, this will be perfect. I'll get these, and that'll get her back into gaming, and we'll get started. And made me think for a second. I was like, wow, dice really are kind of powerful when it comes to gaming. I mean, not only are they there for a randomizing element, which is obviously their purpose, but they have other purposes too, especially the way I use them. Back in the 90s, I was playing a game called Legend of the Five Rings. For anyone that's not familiar, it's a Japanese or Oriental role-playing game based in like feudal Japan, and your characters and the people in general in the game, or in the world rather, are spread out in clans. They're it's a clan-based system. Um, each clan has like an animal spirit, totem, whatever you want to call it. Like lions, there's Lion Clan, Green Clan, Dragon Clan, etc. One of the clans that I liked, or the clan that I liked, my favorite was the Lion Clan, and their colors are like gold and earth tones, things like that. So I went out and bought these dice for when I played Lion Clan, which I played most of the time, because that really represented the character to me. So every time I rolled those dice, it helped me get into the game, made me remember that was the color of the Lion Clan. That was what I was playing. I was all about honor, all about duty, all about fighting and being brutal on the battlefield and stuff. So that really helped me with that. And then even so far, when I went out and changed characters, I played Dragon Clan characters. And they're like green and yellow. I went out and bought green and yellow dice for that. And then I played Phoenix Clan characters, which are like orange and reds and like flame oriented. So I went out and bought oranges and reds when I played a Phoenix. And then I moved on to playing things like Pathfinder, where you need sets of dice. Not necessarily sets, but you need a more variety. With L5R, it's all about D10s. So when I moved on to playing Pathfinder, and you needed a D4, D6, D8, etc. And those come in sets, I started buying sets of dice to represent my characters. Like I had a halfling rogue one time that I played, and I bought these purple dice, this purple and black speck dice, a whole set of those. I bought those because purple makes me think of fun and happy things, and that's what a halfling pretty much is. And then the black specks made it, the rogue part, because I wasn't playing a Kender, I was playing a halfling, so it wasn't like, ooh, you forgot this, you dropped this. He was well aware of the fact that he was stealing things. He was just happy about it and things like that. But not long after that, I moved on to another character. I played a fighter who was chaotic neutral, but I didn't play him like as a crazy person, which some people do with chaotic neutral. For me, the chaotic neutral aspect of him was more that he was confused about what he wanted. He wasn't so much good, wasn't so much bad. He wasn't really true neutral. He wasn't dead center. He kind of waffled back and forth. He was trying to get that balance in himself between good and evil. So I bought these gray dice because it's got little marbling in it. It's gray and black, so it's kind of different shades of gray, like in his personality. Made me think about him some more when I played that character. And then I played a wizard who was all about wealth. His big thing was, and he also obviously needed spell components that were pricier, but his big thing was gems. He had a gemologist as a profession. He was huge with his appraisal skill and stuff. So I bought these jewel, whatever you want to call them, type dice that I used when I played that character, because that's something that he'd probably keep around all the time. He'd probably have like a little bag of jewels on him, and that just kind of reminded me of that when I played the character. So I mean, that's kind of the way I use dice. I do things like that to get more into my character. I just recently, not long ago, back at Christmas, so it's about 6 months ago, I had an opportunity to buy a bag of the Chessex Pound of Dice, which I love, by the way, because it has so many different types of dice in it. But I found these in that set. I don't know if you can see that right there, but it's got 2 colors in it, and they're not speckled or anything. It's just half and half. And I think that might have even been a little bit better than my Shades of Grey dice that I use for my fighter, because that's more of a balance between 2 sides, 2 halves. But even still, I might use something like this for a character. I GM more than I play now, but even if I was GMing, I might roll this to represent a character that maybe had like a little bit of a multiple personality disorder or something like that. You know, that would be representative of that. And then I also found these in that same set. It's like a gray and orange speckle. I actually have used this dice to represent a character as while GMing before. I used it to represent a dwarven fighter because it's kind of like got a stone look to me. The character's name was actually Dago Bronzehammer. And so, I mean, it's got the stone and it's got the orange, so it's kind of bronzish, you know. But when I GM, I roll multiple dice for different NPCs. I roll them all at once, so I don't take as much time rolling separate NPCs all the time. So I'm always looking for ways to differentiate the dice between the different characters, and things like that with the speckled and stuff like that is perfect for that. I'm trying to think of the other character I had. Oh, here we go. This is a set that I bought called Stars. I think it's called Stars. It's got the blue. The base is dark blue, and it's got like light blue and red speckles, and then it's got yellow numbers on it. I used that one when I played a cleric. And the cleric, I forget the name of the god right offhand, but that I played it. The god didn't have anything to stars, but my thought was, you know, the heavens, stars, clerics, gods, etc. So I used those when I played a cleric. But yeah, I mean, you got lots of options. I mean, here's a perfect example. I got these all over here that I set aside. I've been playing Werewolf the Apocalypse. One of my players has been running that for us. And what I did here, and that's a D10 system, White Wolf, I pulled out every die that I own that reminded me of the moon, which is all these colors here, was because it reminded me of like maybe a crescent moon or a full moon. And then I have a couple of these here that I got. Which they're black with white speckles and blue numbers. Kind of reminds me of nighttime. Same with these here. The same thing. So anytime I use these for general rolls. Just about anything I have to roll, I roll these. If I'm rolling one of his specialties, my character is a hacker, a computer guy. I will roll these black and gray dice because they kind of remind me of being like technical and technology based. I'll roll those. If he's in combat, I will roll these red and black dice because you've got a blood look to it and everything else. The silver, he uses like a bullet. He uses a gun, actually. My character does, but also a sword. So these kind of remind me of those. But I use different dice for different things. But what I'm getting to is that dice can be more than just a randomizer. They can add a lot more to your game than just plain numbers. You can get real personality on both sides of the GM screen, either behind or in front of it if you're playing or if you're running. Just by using different dice and thinking about the dice that you use, they can really do a lot for you. So go out there and buy some dice, people. Get a lot of dice. Don't just have your one set, your little 7 dice in your little plastic case that you bought from Chessex and carry that to every game. And then just bum dice if you need 1 or 2 for something else. Go out and buy a bunch. Get a lot of them. Get a big freaking pile of them like I have here, and enjoy it. See, look at all these dice. Look at all these dice I have here. I have tons and tons of dice on my table. There's my werewolf dice right there, and then all these other dice that I have. There's my L5R D10s, everything else. So as you can see, I have lots of dice, and that's about all I have for you today. Hopefully I'll be posting another blog soon. Have a good day. See you next